Looks like we have some absolutely insane news with the upcoming release of the DeepSeek R2 model. Huge new leaks are swirling online reporting that it's 97% cheaper in comparison to GPT-4 Turbo, and surprisingly, it's fully trained on Huawei's Ascend chips, not NVIDIA. Pretty shocking to me, but let me lay out the facts for you. Just 2 days ago, a few Chinese tech sources leaked information from the DeepSeek team about the R2 model. According to these reports, it's a major upgrade over R1, doubling the parameters to 1.2 trillion total, with a 78 billion active parameter limit at the current time. Now, the architecture uses an advanced hybrid MoE setup, which is where they're using a mixture of experts, likely featuring improved gating mechanisms and denser layers for better efficiency. Now, performance-wise, I genuinely suspect this could be the best reasoning model ever, and it is something that could surpass everything we've seen so far. It's reported to be set to release in early May. I know the initial report said that it would release in late April, but now we have it so that it's going to be officially set to release early May. But what's more interesting to me is the insane cost efficiency a part of this model. The DeepSeek R2 will be 97.4% cheaper than the GPT-4 Turbo, with pricing around 7 cents per 1 million input tokens and 27 cents per 1 million output tokens. Now, this is just incredible for everyday users, but it's extremely enterprise friendly, which is going to be super appealing for a lot of corporations. But before we get started with today's video, allow me to introduce today's video sponsor, Mammoth AI. If you're jumping between different AI tools every single day, let me save you some serious time, as Mammoth brings all of them together in one place. Now, when I said you have access to all the models, you actually do, because you have so many different text models, image models, web searching models, as well as reasoning models. If you need stunning visuals, Mammoth also taps into top-tier image generation models like Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion, where you can get these beautiful images generated within a couple of seconds. And here's where it gets powerful. Set up your own custom Mammoth with tailored context, giving it everything it needs to support you effectively on your projects. It's like having a personal AI assistant that actually understands what you're working on. On top of all this, you have so much more like image and file upload, one-click reprompting, multi-devices, AI web search, vocal chat, and then lastly, Project Mammoth. All of that for just $10 a month. Yes, you heard me right, just $10 a month. No extra charges, no switching tabs, just pure AI power in one single place. Use the link in the description below to get started with Mammoth AI. But with that thought, let's dive right back into today's video. Now, this was one of the main concept stock pictures that was released with the leaks, and essentially it showcases the entire ecosystem behind the launch of the DeepSeek R2 model. They didn't just build it alone. There is a bunch of different specialized companies that partnered up to make this launch possible. For example, we have Tuowei Information, which is handling over 50% of the DeepSeek supercomputing infrastructure. Then we have Hongbo Shares, which is where they are running DeepSeek's North China computing hub with over 30,000 A1 nodes, which is kind of insane to me. Then you have China Communication, which is managing their Northwest clusters with 1500p plus heterogeneous computing power. Then you have companies like Xinyi, which is where they're bringing in cutting-edge photonics that cut energy use by 35%, which is just insane. So this overall shows that DeepSeek isn't just launching a model, they're building an entire vertically integrated AI supercomputing empire, which could be kind of scary for a lot of US-based companies, especially NVIDIA, due to how efficient these companies are in terms of using less supercomputing power to develop their models. Now, going back to the hardware story, we can see that the DeepSeek R2 wasn't actually trained on the NVIDIA GPUs like everyone expected. It was fully trained on Huawei's Ascend chips. And this is actually a massive shift because it shows that DeepSeek has managed to sidestep NVIDIA's hardware stack altogether and still hit insane efficiency numbers. The reports actually stated within the article that they've achieved an 82% on hardware utilization across a massive cluster, which is hitting up to 512 P flops, which is the petaflops at FP16 precision, and this is kind of a vertical integration that could be a huge unlock for future AI development, especially in regions that want more independence from US-based chip makers. So now, if these leaks are even half true, we're looking at a new AI behemoth entering the scenes in a few weeks, maybe even this week, who knows. But I genuinely believe that the DeepSeek R2 could shake the entire market like we saw with the initial DeepSeek R1, especially for companies looking for cheaper, faster, and independent large language model solutions. And what's insane is that this could be the same way that they could train their non-reasoning model, which is the DeepSeek R3 or V3, sorry, and we could see a release with the V4 even sooner than we expect. Now, what's also interesting is that just a few days ago and quite recently, the DeepSeek team on Hugging Face within their model card have been actively pushing out different updates to their previous models, which could be a way for them to gear up for the R2 launch. So this is definitely kind of interesting to see where they are fully focusing on the release of their newer model, which would definitely change the whole AI landscape. I was just looking at this picture and it's kind of funny to see that this model is going to be 140 times cheaper than the OpenAI O3 model, which is their recent new upgraded reasoning model. So it's kind of interesting to see that this new DeepSeek model, which is open source, is going to be outpacing the new OpenAI model, the O3 level model, up to 140 times cheaper. And this is where it's going to be more appealing for a lot of people, because this is obviously going to be a cheaper model that's going to keep up with the same performance as these proprietary models that we see from OpenAI as well as Google. Now, here's my 2 cents. If the DeepSeek R2 leaks are even half true, it's going to shake the entire AI landscape. Not just AI, but it's going to affect and cause a reaction to every global markets, and this is due to the shift in supply chain. There's going to be a shift in supercomputing, and there's going to be scares that NVIDIA is going to be falling, which is why I think there's going to be a huge shift as well as a huge reaction in the global markets. This is because you're looking at a model that is insanely qualitative in its performance. It's insanely better at reasoning, 140 times cheaper than the O3, and that itself is a game changer for most models. This is where it's going to be huge for enterprise companies looking for a cheaper solution. It's going to be ideal for startups, indie devs, and so much more. And in performance wise, I expect it to out-reason every reasoning model, and it being the best model available for every possible task that is there. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Or you can consider joining our private Discord, where you can access multiple subscriptions to different AI tools for free on a monthly basis, plus daily AI news and exclusive content, plus a lot more. It's going to be cost efficient and will crush anything that's out there. Now, I also suspect that this model will release maybe early May. It could be mid-May, but it definitely should release in May. I thought it would release in April, but who knows? We might see something tomorrow. But just keep an eye out for this model, and this is why I highly recommend that you follow me on Twitter, because I'm constantly posting about AI news. So definitely stay up to date by following me over here. Make sure you join the Discord, because I'm also posting stuff there as well, and it's completely free. Follow me on the newsletter, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the second channel. This is where I'm constantly posting about AI news as well as other sorts of topics in the AI space. But with that thought, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, and please take a look at our previous videos, because there is a lot of content that you will truly benefit from. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys really shortly. Peace out, fellas.